These pictures and the story making national headlines now. A 12-year-old boy's lifeless body plucked from the ocean near Long Beach, Washington, and rescued from death's door. Good evening. Thanks a lot for being with us. I'm Steve Dunn.
And I'm Deborah Knapp. K2's Tom Jensen is live at OHSU, where a 12-year-old girl who happened to be there helped rescue that boy, reunited with him for the first time. And Tom, she's very humble about all of this.
She is. She says she's definitely not a hero, just a normal kid who is doing what anybody would do when somebody's in help. She's a 7th grader with a lot of heart and a lot of desire to help anybody who is in need. It's a day at the beach 12-year-old Nicole Kissel will never forget.
I heard some boy say, help me.
Nicole was boogie boarding in the surf at Long Beach Friday when she heard that call for help from 12-year-old Dale Ostrander. Dale was caught in a riptide that was pulling him farther and farther from shore, and he didn't know how to swim.
He kept his head above water for a really long time. I'm surprised.
So Nicole paddled to Dale and helped him onto her board before trying to paddle back to the beach.
He looked really, really cold. Not cold enough to, like, freeze up, but just below shivering.
Nicole was raised swimming in the Northwest rivers, but she said the tide was too strong and kept pulling them and pushing them. They couldn't get to shore. Finally, a huge wave pounded down on them and knocked them both in the water. Nicole's dad pulled her to safety, but Dale went under and didn't come up again.
I thought he didn't make it. We didn't see anything after that.
Dale's friends from his local church group kneeled and started praying. 15 minutes later, their prayers were answered as a rescuer carried Dale to the beach.
His skin was a lot lighter. It looked like there was no life in his body at all.
Dale had no pulse for 20 to 30 minutes. Nicole thought he didn't make it until her family found a news story Sunday saying he had been revived.
I thought, thank the Lord.
Nicole says that she and Dale will probably be friends for life right now. She says that she returns to school in Central California next week, and boy, will she have some stories to tell. We're live at OHSU in Southwest Portland. Tom Jensen, K2 News.
I was really struck by how articulate Nicole was. Did you see that as well, Tom?
I really did, you know, and the other thing I wanted to tell you, too, is she said that she wasn't able to actually carry on a conversation with Dale today, but he told her thank you, and she also noticed that he had a lot of color left, and she was really hopeful that he would see a full recovery.
All right, Tom Jensen, thank you, sir.
Well, really, those pictures, the images of the rescuers rushing to the rescue of that boy brought that struggle home for a lot of people.
Our team coverage continues now with K2's Bob Hyde near Long Beach, who got a new look at the photos from the photographer who saw the rescue play out right in front of him.
It's an image that captured the struggle for survival out here on the Long Beach Peninsula, a beach once again filled with people on a fairly nice day. Damian Mullinax is a photographer for the Chinook Observer. He was out here and snapped that image. He also showed us other images he took here on the beach. He says it was difficult to watch this all unfold, knowing a boy was struggling for his life.
There were so many kids there that were so distraught over the situation, you know, the sound of, you know, all those kids, you know, crying and praying and stuff was just a heartbreaking sound.
As hard as it was to take those images and be here, Damian hopes it's all a credit to the rescuers who sacrificed their time and volunteer to help save lives out here. On the Long Beach Peninsula, Bob Hyde, K2 News.
Damian says once he saw the boy being brought out of the water and feared he might not live, he stopped taking pictures. He says the grief that was there on the beach that day was just too deep to keep documenting what was happening.